Hey everybody, welcome to my video. My name is Iris, and in my videos I talk about self-love, relationships, and expanding our consciousness. And in today's video, I am talking about why it is so difficult to leave a love relationship and why it hurts so much. So the first reason I want to share with you as to why it's so difficult and why it hurts so much is familiarity. You have spent X amount of time building up a relationship with this person. You've built a life with them. You know their friends, you know their families, they know your friends, they know your family. You've had integration. You have started to build something together. And it's that familiarity that keeps drawing us back in. So even though we feel that we need to take a break for a while, or that we feel that this is not the right relationship for us at this point in time, whatever the reason is, it's the familiarity that keeps, one of the reasons that keeps drawing us back to that person. And, in as much as we can become very comfortable being comfortable, stepping out into the unknown to recreate an identity for ourselves can be very scary for a lot of people. And really, a lot of people in relationships, we create a new identity once we've been in a long-term relationship for a while. So it's like ripping off a band-aid, and it stings, it hurts. So it's the one of the reasons that it's so difficult is because it is familiar to us and it represents safety, security, a sense of belonging, a place where we were loved, and perhaps there is still a lot of love there. And yet, we know that something is not balanced, something is not right, and something has to be adjusted. So, familiarity is one reason that it's really difficult to separate yourself. Reason number two is you have created a life with this person. And not only have you created a life as it is today with that person, your life with that person includes hopes and dreams for the future. I am sure in this relationship, you've talked about things that you're going to do in the future. You're going to talk about perhaps getting married, or perhaps moving to a different place, or starting a family, or whatever it is that we're planning on doing together. That is something that you are forecasting into the future. So when you have to let go of that, you're not letting go of just that person. You are also letting go of how you were going to build a life together. And that is a really painful thing, because now all of a sudden you're left with, okay, if I'm not doing that, then I'm going to be over here doing this thing alone. And that's a painful process to go through. The third thing I want to share with you is the addiction. And with the addiction piece, it has to do with how a person makes us feel. And if you have ever smoked cigarettes or tried to quit something, some type of habit, whatever it happens to be, you know that that thing that you do has an associated feeling to it. By, let's say, for example, when you have a meal and then you go out, if you happen to be a smoker, and then you have to go outside and you have a smoke, it's almost like the pleasure that you get after that meal by going to have a cigarette. And I know for a lot of smokers that doesn't make, or a lot of non-smokers, that may not make a lot of sense, But if you are a smoker or an ex-smoker, you will be able to understand what I'm saying there in regards to that. But it is the pleasure that we derive from doing that thing. And it's the same thing in that romantic relationship. Is sometimes we hang on to the little breadcrumb that a person might give us that invokes that feeling of feeling good. That I or like when you think about your partner and think about what it is that he or she does that makes you feel really good, where you feel hopeful and optimistic, like, okay, I got to hang on here because they did this one thing for me. They cuddled for a weekend and we had an amazing weekend away together. Or this one time when they cooked me dinner and it was so romantic and it was so beautiful. Whatever it happens to be, could be the way that they smile at you, and you just in that moment you just feel so loved and appreciated, and you make that connection with how you feel in that moment. And in some relationships, people are forever searching for those feelings in the relationship, but they're not consistent enough. They're like little breadcrumbs that almost like keep you hanging on. And you're always waiting for that next time that person's going to do that thing so that you can feel that way again and feel better. And that is really hard. That is almost like an addiction to that craving that you have for that level of intimacy, that level of that person's vulnerability. Maybe they opened up to you a particular time or two or three, but it's not consistent. And oftentimes, unhappiness in relationships is because we are not getting everything that we need in the relationship. And here's one thing that I want you to remember: every person is on their own soul's journey. You might not be with a person that it has the ability to give you what you need. And that is really important, because when you think about it, in your relationship, you can't be anything more than who you are and what you have to give when you think about it, right? And the other person might be wanting more from you, and you're going like, that's it. I don't know what you want. I give you everything that I possibly can, but I don't know what you want. I can't give you any more than what I have to give. And that is our soul's growth that's going on there. So for us to have to expect that somebody else is going to be our everything is going to create a situation where we have codependency. And this is your cue that there's something within inside of you that needs some healing. If you are feeling unsafe in a relationship, or not feeling very stable, or feel somebody needs to take care of you, and they're giving you all that they can bring to the table. It might not be enough for you, but they're doing as much as they can within where they're at in their own soul's growth and awareness, and let's face it, what they want to give to you. There's also that piece in there as well. It is up to you to do your own inner work to heal your own woundings. What is it that you need to look at within yourself to create safety, to create security, to create stability, create love for yourself within yourself? And that is such a crucial point, is to create the love within yourself. Because really, on our soul's journey, as we evolve and grow, and we have all of these different love experiences and relationships, they're all invoking us to be more expanded and to grow. So if we're in a really, really difficult and troublesome relationship, what that relationship is showing you is the parts of you that need healing. And so sometimes when we allow separation from a relationship, it doesn't mean that the relationship is over. That's it. It'll never be again. It just means that the two of you are coming apart so that you can do your own healing work, so that you have the opportunity to come together as two whole people. And that is really, really a beautiful thing when you can get to that place and you keep having repetitive and recurring relationships that will continue to show the parts of you that need to do the healing until you've learned the lessons, until you've done the healing and have gone within yourself and done that work. And once that happens, you start to attract a different type of relationship to you. You no longer attract the relationships that are unfulfilling and unsatisfying and the ones that keep you restless and uncertain and unsure about yourself. So if you are resonating with this video, just know that what you're going through they're all signs to help you grow yourself and your soul so that you can evolve to a higher level of being. So that's what I have for you today. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment below the video, like it, share it. If you know other people who could benefit from this information. And until I see you again, I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.